A video showing Bolo Bespoke and SANDRA Dacha getting a little too comfortable with each other has just gone viral, and fans are absolutely losing their minds. In the clip that is now spreading across social media like wildfire, the two appear extremely close, laughing, touching, acting in ways that many viewers says crossed the line. But here is where the situation gets even more explosive, because Bolo Bespoke is married to Mueni, and now thousands of netizens are asking the same question. What exactly is going on here? Some fans think it's harmless fun between friends. Others are calling it completely disrespectful. But that is not all. Wait until you hear what people noticed in the background of the video that made the situation even more suspicious. Within hours, the internet has turned into a battlefield, comments flooding in, screenshots circulating, and suddenly, what looked like a simple viral clip has turned into a full-blown controversy. Was this just playful content for the camera, or did the video accidentally expose something much deeper? Now, for those of you who might not fully be familiar with the names we are dealing with here, let me bring you up to speed, because the content matters, and it matters a lot. We have Bolo Bespoke and SANDRA Dacha, and let us talk about the video itself, because this is where the real controversy lives.
And you're playing hard to get. Boyfriend! Aliharibu kitambo.
Umesomea waliharibu kitambo silo.
Aliharibu kitambo sana. Call police. Police. Arrest. Stay cute to get your video. Mimi sipendi wajali.
Wewe anitakanga huyu.
The clip, which began circulating rapidly across social media platforms, shows Bolo Bespoke and SANDRA Dacha together in what can only be described as an extremely close, extremely cozy, and extremely physical interaction. And we are not talking about a casual hello. We are not talking about colleagues working together on a project. What the internet saw in this video was something else entirely. In the footage, Bolo and SANDRA are seen touching, holding each other, leaning into one another, and displaying a level of physical closeness that immediately made people uncomfortable. The body language alone was enough to raise every red flag in the hook. The way they looked at each other, the way they interacted with each other, the comfort level between them on camera for the entire world to see. It was as if they forgot the cameras were rolling, or worse, they did not care. And the internet noticed everything. Every single frame of that video has been analyzed, paused, rewound, and shared with captions ranging from disbelief to outright anger. The video has spread like wildfire within hours of its surfacing, and it was trending on multiple platforms. What made it even more explosive was the fact that at no point in the video did either Bolo or SANDRA seem concerned about the optics. There was no hesitation, no pulling back, no awareness, or at least no visible care about how this would look like in the millions of people who would inevitably see it. And that, my friends, is what pushed people over the edge. The audacity, the boldness, the sheer disregard for public perspection. Now, keep on watching, because what the internet did next has changed everything. The reaction from Kenyan netizens was immediate, it was brutal, and it was relentless. Let us start with Twitter, or X as it is now called. The platform has become a battlefield. On one side, you have people who are absolutely furious. Tweets calling out Bolo Bespoke flooded the timeline. People were asking pointed questions. Where is the respect for Mueni? And how does a married man behave like this on camera and think it is acceptable? Does SANDRA Dacha not have any regard for another woman's marriage? The anger was palpable. You could feel it through the screen. One tweet that gained massive traction read, and I quote, "Bolo Bespoke is married to Mueni and is out here behaving like SANDRA Dacha is his wife. This is very disrespectful on every level." That tweet alone garnered thousands of retweets and likes within minutes. Another user wrote, "SANDRA Dacha knows this man has a wife at home. What kind of behavior is this? Some things should not be normalized just because you are celebrities." The comments kept on pouring in. Wave after wave of frustration, disappointment, and outrage. People are tagging Mueni, asking if she has seen the video, and people were tagging Bolo, demanding an explanation. People were also tagging SANDRA Dacha, questioning her judgment. It was chaos, pure, unfiltered, digital chaos. Now, this is the part that has really gotten to people, because in a situation like this, the person everyone wanted to hear from the most was the one person who was not talking. Mueni, Bolo Bespoke's wife, had not posted anything on social media addressing the video. No statement, no cryptic tweets, no Instagram story, nothing. And that absence of response created an entirely new layer of speculation and concern. People have begun asking, does Mueni know about the video? Has she seen it? And if she has, how is she handling it? Is she heartbroken? Is she angry? Is she staying silent because she is choosing to deal with it privately, or is there something deeper going on that the public does not know about? Some netizens expressed genuine concern for Mueni's well-being. Comments like, "My heart goes out to Mueni. No woman deserves to be embarrassed like this publicly," became common across multiple platforms. Others rallied around her in solidarity, sending messages of support and encouragement even though she had not acknowledged the situation at all. There were also those who speculated that perhaps Mueni and Bolo had an understanding that maybe their relationship dynamics were different from what the public assumed, but the majority of people rejected that theory, arguing that regardless of any private arrangement, the public nature of that video made it completely disrespectful by default. The conversation around Mueni has become deeply emotional. People projected their own experiences onto the situation. Women who had been cheated on spoke up. Men who had been tempted spoke up. Marriage counselors and relationship coaches have jumped into the conversation with their professional perspectives. The Bolo and SANDRA video had somehow become a national conversation about marriage, fidelity, and the pressure of being in a relationship with a public figure. And this brings us perhaps to the most crucial question of all, one that nobody, not Bolo, not SANDRA, not anyone, has been able to answer satisfactorily. Let us pause for a moment and look at the bigger picture here, because this controversy is not just about one video, it is about what that video represents. First, the question of boundaries. Second, the question of accountability. Third, and perhaps most importantly, the question of respect. Respect for marriage as an institution, respect for Mueni as a person, respect for the audience that supports their careers. Many netizens felt that that video showed a fundamental lack of respect on all these fronts, and that feeling of disrespect is what fueled the intense backlash. Now, some people have argued that the public is overreacting, that perhaps the video was taken out of context, that maybe Bolo and SANDRA are simply very close friends who are comfortable with each other and that the internet is reading too much into it. But here is the thing, perception is reality in the court of public opinion, and right now, the public's perception is not favorable. What is particularly interesting is how this controversy has affected the brand perception of both Bolo Bespoke and SANDRA Dacha. Before this video, both of them enjoyed largely positive public images. Bolo was seen as hardworking, entertaining, self-made creator. SANDRA was admired for her talent and her confidence. But in the span of just a few minutes, all of that goodwill has been overshadowed by this single piece of content. It is a stark reminder of how fragile public reputation can be in the digital age. One video, just one moment captured on camera, and everything you have built came under threat. There are also questions about potential professional consequences. Will brands that work with Bolo or SANDRA reconsider their partnerships? Will their follower counts be affected? Will this controversy follow them long-term, or will it blow over as the next scandal takes its place? These are real considerations in an industry where your image is your currency. So there you have it, the full story behind the Bolo Bespoke and SANDRA Dacha controversy that has taken the Kenyan internet by storm. A viral video, a silent wife, an outraged public, and a mountain of unanswered questions. But this story is far from over. As new developments emerge, you must believe we will be here to bring you every single update. So, if you have not already, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Bolo Bespoke crossed the line? Do you think SANDRA Dacha shares the blame? And most importantly, do you think Mueni will finally break her silence? Let me know what you think. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and we will see you in the next one.